Hey, welcome back to Toy Foolery, and today we're taking a look at the Ant-Man and Wasp 2-pack from Hasbro. Will this 2-pack be a hit? Oh, that was in bad taste. Hit the theme music. It's the Avengers Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne 2-pack. I wasn't really interested in this set, but the fact that the HasLab Giant Man is coming out later this year, and this is a small version of Giant Man, I really wanted to get it. And this version of the Wasp kind of goes well with that Giant Man, so it kind of makes sense. I think Hasbro's milking it, because I think even if you do have this Hank Pym, I don't think you're going to really want to spend the extra money. And I don't even have the 5-pack that I'm pretty sure that Head Sculpt is from. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I know you're milking molds. I'm not a fan of you milking molds. I don't want to do it. But this case, this 2-pack actually makes sense. It probably should have been add on to the HasLab as bonus tiers. But I don't work for Hasbro. I don't know what's going on. They're dumping Lightning Collection, they're dumping Dungeons and Dragons, so but my mini rant is over. Let's see if this box is better than your mom's. This box better than the box he was held in. So on the front, clear window. Love windows, because those renders that they used to have were complete doo-doo. Then we have Giant Man and the Wasp on the side. Really cool artwork. So this is weird. I know the style they were going for, but this is not, it's kind of this style, but it's a little bit more of a modern aesthetic. So I'm kind of weirded out by that. This is not quite like these figures, obviously. This, not so much. Seems a little bit off. A little blurb about them on the side, and same photo on the side. This box is doo-doo. They really do put the least amount of effort into their boxes. I don't know why. It's starting to be really frustrating. Like, yes, I know we're getting cool toys, but other companies, Jada, NECA, they are putting effort into the boxes for inbox collectors. This is at the best. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not something that you're writing home about. This is a really mediocre box. But let's crack this thing open and find out. Oh, what's in the box? So in the box we get Hank Pym, we get Janet with her costume on. Really good looking. You're gonna fall, aren't you, Hank? Cool. Yep, you can fall. That's fine. We get alternate head for Giant Man with his costume on. Cool. Alt head for Janet. Looks really good. We get 2 gripping hands for Giant Man. 2 gripping hands. Now, I'm not sure why I have this hand and another gripping hand. It doesn't make sense to me. I would have preferred a slapping hand, because that's what we get. We get a 2 flask, different shaped flask. These are the same flasks that we got with Beast, with the Beast toy that came out last year and sold out immediately. We have the Wasp's wings. I like the pattern on the wings. It makes it really look like a bug. I wonder if it's the same as the Fly Guy wings. They're not, but they look like the same pattern. I like the way that they have them split like that. That's cool. Tiny Quinjet. And this thing, and if anyone could tell me what this thing is, I would really appreciate it. I have no clue what it is. It looks like a computer chip from back in the 1950s, but a computer blade, but I could be wrong. And that's it. We get additional hands for Janet, which makes sense. This is a really good mix of accessories. Only thing I wish we had was like a blast effect for Janet for her stinger. But other than that, really cool. Really cool figures, really cool accessories. Those wouldn't have shot you. Especially because my only beef that I've had with Hasbro ever since they started heavy with these multi-packs is that they're forcing you to get toys that you wouldn't necessarily get. Now, some people are okay with it. They're okay with having an extra action figure, but you're literally just, it's not like you're paying a premium and you're getting premium items with it. Literally, all you're doing is getting what you would have gotten if you bought them separately. They're just forcing you into getting two just so that they can make sure that they're selling out. The question is, which one of these they didn't think would sell? Because obviously everyone wants the Wasp to go with their Giant Man. Makes sense. And everyone wants a small Giant Man, so I don't see what was the point of having these two sold together. Or, like I originally thought, this could have necessarily been what they were planning to do as a tier, and then, or tiers, and they advised against it because of how poorly the Engine of Vengeance did. So, this is what happens when we don't show our dollars. We get ripped off with something like this. This is not necessarily something that should have been sold separately. Once again, off my mini rant. Let's check out the design and see if these toys look any good. So, as you can see, we have Janet looking really good. I really do like the face sculpt on Janet. It looks really good. The suit, and even though I knocked it and said the suit does not fit the costume, it actually looks just like it. So this is actually a really good design. Peg holes in the back for the wings. This is a really good design for her. Not crazy. The detail on the face is really good. The diddly bops on the head, and that's why I call them diddly bops ever since I watched Powerpuff Girls a long time ago. Look really good. The costume looked good. The way that the microphone and her headpiece fit on her is just a really good looking figure. I can already tell it has crap articulation, but most of the female characters do, because that's how they do it. That's how they save their money. So let's check out Hank. And Hank looks really good. Like I said, I believe this is the same head sculpt that they used with the other Hank Pym that came in the 5-pack for the Avengers 5-pack with Tigra and all those other people. Different clothes, but definitely seems like the same Hank, same head sculpt. It just seems like something they just kind of threw on there to say, hey, we did it. Let's take off this 1 second. So the suit looks really good, but I only have one problem with the design of this toy, and that is the head. Not the Giant Man head, but the Hank Pym head. This is, and I'm just going to say, most likely the same exact head that we got with the Hank Pym toy that came with the 5-pack that no one bought. But if you look at that head and you look at that neck, you can see there's a huge gap right there that makes it almost impossible for you to actually think it belongs to this head. And yeah, but the rest of the body looks really good on this toy. So let's take off the head and see if it fits better. And it does. It fits. The way they cut the jawline on this toy makes it fit better on the body. Not quite the best fit. You can still see there is some gappage in the back and on the side, but it's not as bad as with the Hank Pym head. So that's really good. But other than that, this is a really good design. I really do like the way this toy came out. I'm hoping that the Giant Man is just as good as this version of Giant Man, even though he's a little scrawny for my liking. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I wonder what mode this is. I'm sorry, I'm not up on modes like everyone else, so I don't know exactly which mode this may be, but I know that this is not a mode that I'm familiar with, and they probably could have did better a better mold. I guess they're just trying to show how scrawny he is, which is fine. Anyway, let's get into if these things can squat. So let's see if these things can squat.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
Hank has some really good range on his neck. You can look up that high, look down really well. He has a butterfly joint shoulder. He's got really great range in this butterfly. Ungodly. I don't understand how they do this for him, but Spider-Man can't move his shoulder that well. Bicep cut. So upper bicep cut. So you spin, double jointed elbow. He has rocker in the torso, waist swivel, upper thigh cut, double jointed knee, boot cut, swivel in his foot. This is super good articulation for this toy. And because of that, he is going to get into some really good squatting positions. Chest out, knees down, then elbow. He is squatting like a champ. Hips don't get in the way for anything. Really good. I'm impressed by the design on this. Really good position and butterfly joint, so he can do super. And because of that, he is not going to have a problem. And I really wish they had toe articulation. That would help a lot. But he is not going to have a problem with a superhero landing because he has the articulation to do it. I wish his waist was a little bit better, but other than that, really good. Get down. Maybe a little bit more finagling, it could be better, but and some toe articulation would help too. But really good positioning. Can get down and squat. Can do different positions like that. So let's check out the Wasp and see how she holds up. She has upper bicep cut, double jointed elbows. She has a waist swivel, but she does not have any articulation up here. Head can look up that much, not the greatest. Down is pretty good. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. Do a really good job hiding the scope of the double jointed knee and rocker in the foot. She's not going to be able to squat or superhero land because of the way her chest is situated, but that's fine for her. I don't think we were expecting that from her, so that's really all right. The wings actually has some articulation. They go in and out and they split, so that's really cool. So if you just want to have her in a rested wing form, you can, instead of full blown flying. So that's decent, and that's not bad. Like I said, she might be able to get into a half squat, not being able to poke her butt out. Is her dress, and they did a soft enough rubber on her dress so it doesn't hinder her leg movement. So she's getting some really good kicks. Not that bad. This is not the worst toy that I've seen. Not the greatest, but far from the worst. Let's talk about money. So this 2-pack is $50. And like I said, you're paying $25 for each figure. You're not really getting anything spectacular for your $25. You're getting an average body Hank with some really good articulation and a decent Wasp with okay articulation and a really good design. You do get some really decent accessories, but like I've been saying, and I've been on my mini rants, is that these figures on their own would have sold for whatever reason. And I guess my question is why Hasbro didn't have the confidence to say that both of these figures will sell well. They are necessary for the Giant Man. I guess for people who didn't get the HasLab or weren't planning on getting the HasLab, this is a good reason to get this set, but I don't see why sell them together. I would have only gotten the Giant Man. I'm not a fan of the Wasp, but the Giant Man makes sense. I really wish they actually did a better head sculpt that actually fit the body versus this. But with the lab coat, you can kind of hide the fact that it doesn't fit. Anyway, guys, I'm done with my mini rant. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. Peace.